Welcome to Contract 101. Today's topic, month-to-month line adjustments.
I have a carryover into next month. How does that affect my schedule?
You're subject to a month-to-month line adjustment if your schedule for the month that you are currently in affects the next month's bid schedule. Let's slow that down a bit with an example. If the trip that you have on your line in this current month, April, overlaps your trip for the next month, the first day of May's bid period, you are subject to an adjustment. So what will happen? Here are the month-to-month adjustment procedures. Pairings that start in the current bid period will be flown to completion. The current month gets priority over the new month. This is why it can be so hard to trade carryover trips. If your line value for the new month is reduced by 3 hours or more due to trip incompatibility, you are subject to an adjustment. If you are subject to adjustment, you can use the self-adjustment window. This occurs during the adjustment period. Check your bid packet inserts for base-specific times. If you choose to self-adjust, remember these rules. You must choose trips that are in your base on the days you are originally scheduled to work. You can choose trips that are up to 3 hours more than your originally awarded value. If there aren't any trips in your base that satisfy the rule, you can choose trips in your base on any available day that are within 3 hours more than your original line value. If there still aren't any trips in your base that meet those requirements, you can adjust to any open trip in your base that will bring your line value as close as possible without going over 5 hours more than your original line value. All adjustments must be made to comply with minimum rest parameters as well as on-duty limitations. If you can't self-adjust, or if you forget to self-adjust, scheduling will adjust you within those previously discussed rules. If there aren't any trips available to adjust you to, you may be reassigned RA days on the days originally assigned to fly, or any remaining days that you are off, in order to make up time lost. This means that you will be considered a ready reserve. You can ask scheduling not to assign you an RA day. If you ask and therefore are not adjusted or adjusted fully, your line value will decrease accordingly. If you feel like you may be awarded an incompatible schedule from one month to the next, you will be allowed to submit an adjustment request before the published bid period closing date and time. Are you job sharing or have a partnership? Here's something to keep in mind. Job shares and partner bidding incompatibility will be adjusted up to a minimum of 40 hours plus or minus 2 hours. Half-month leaves will be adjusted to a minimum of 32.5 hours. Job shares, partners, and half-month leave lines will be adjusted down if they exceed 55 hours. Also, if a carryover pairing affects a regularly scheduled training, the training will be dropped. It will be your responsibility to reschedule your training sometime within the month. Once adjustments are complete, a list will be posted in each base with the names of the flight attendants who have been adjusted with assignments added to their bid line. If your name appears on the list, you are responsible for checking your new schedule. Remember, your adjusted schedule will not be final until the 72-hour trip trade window begins.
Wow, that was a lot of information, but I'm glad we got that figured out.
For more information, refer to Section 5E of the contract. Stay up to date by visiting calafa.org.